you. Yeah. We see some blue porter through here. That's a beloved nectaring plant of the butterflies in our place. Some big chaya. So remember those cuttings from up front? They can grow into a big shrub like this if you wanted to. You can also keep them small as well too. That Mayan tree spinach that butterflies seem to love. Let's talk about Bidens. So everyone look down at your pants and tell me if you see some little needles on you. We haven't really been in the thick of it yet. Oh, she's got some. That's my Biden's model. It's on her knee. I got them too. So what's this plant doing? Who's ever gotten these on their pants or found them in their laundry? They're stuck to their cat or their dog's leg. Have you seen this little daisy looking plant around? So everybody does not like this plant in our place, but I hope to convert you. One plant you remember is Bidens. So it's Bidens alba is its Latin name. It's called Bidens because if you look closely at these little needles, they have two teeth. So bi is two, dens is teeth, alba is white. That's how we learn Latin. Don't worry about it. It's also known as Spanish needle, and everybody doesn't like it because they say, whoa, these needles, they stick to my pants, I don't like them. But here's what you gotta know about this plant. Third most important nectar source for all pollinators in our state. But beyond just helping the pollinators, it's good for us too. So some of us are wearing masks right now. We're in the age of a pandemic. This plant is a bronchodilator, so it helps to open up the lungs. It works with the lungs in a way that helps us to breathe. My aunt, she calls me the voodoo doctor now because she had a respiratory infection, not COVID. But I made this tea for her and it helped to open up her lungs so she can breathe when you have those lingering coughs. It also, if somebody gets a bug bite on the tour, you can chew up these flowers and put it on the bug bite because it's anti-inflammatory as well too. So it helps to relieve that inflammation, and the whole plant is edible. So you'll see this as we start to go into the understory and into different places, and this is a plant that a lot of us do not love here in our place, but it's a native wildflower. And also, one last thing, I like to call it the Florida chamomile too, that's the way I'm pinning it now, is because the tea really promotes happiness in the body, I find as well too. It's very relaxing too, makes a lovely tea. So Bidens right here, Bidens alba, Spanish needle, hope you will love it, hope you will remember it. It's probably growing in your yard right now. Here's that passion vine we were talking about. Here's the corky stem, but here's the one that will produce actual passion fruit. Passion vine is also a calming nerve vine, so it helps us to relax. Good to have in the evenings, works with the nervous system. This is Dutchman's pipe. Oh yeah, we got a Dutchman's pipe caterpillar! We don't always see these on the nature tour, but you get to see one today, and he's posing right out in the sun. He said, Megan, it's your last nature tour. I gotta show myself off for you, and we got a big juicy one. So, this is Dutchman's pipe. It's the host plant. I'll see if we can find the flower back here, because the flower for this plant is pretty magnificent as well too. No flower today, but we're lucky enough to see the caterpillar. Ooh, there's another one up there too. So this is for Polydamas swallowtail. I just saw them flying overhead. They're a black swallowtail. And this is its host plant. Dutchman's pipe has a really cool big flower as well too. A nice vining plant if you have a fence. This is Caribbean mint. So I recommend rubbing your hands on this, smelling it, maybe taking a little nibble as well too. Helps us to cool down. Ooh, and this is some CISO spinach right here too. If anybody wants to bring this home with them, this plant right here is called CISO spinach. It's a wonderful ground cover, super easy to grow. Like we could even just grow it from a cutting like this. We have some nice rooted CISO spinach right here. So this plant can grow in the understory, and this is a spinach that we can eat, a tropical spinach. We can throw it in our salads. We don't have to cook it, and it's no maintenance whatsoever. So CISO spinach, also known as Brazilian spinach.
You can take some.
Yes, if you want to take some, just rip off a little bit when you walk past. This is called necklace pod. You can probably guess why. It has these little snappy necklace pieces. Ooh, you gotta smell this plant. Smell this one, Sebastian. Oh, there's a little bee.
It's all cold.
Yeah. So this is called fiddlewood. It's a Florida native. Give it a smell. It is gorgeous. It smells like sweet almonds. They're sweet almonds. Smell this one too. Squeaky today. So sweet almond seems to be the favorite nectar plant of the Atala. So a lot of times we'll do companion planting where we'll plant the favorite nectaring plant of the plant next to the host plant. So we'll plant kunti down at the base and then they'll stick around so they can nectar. Oh, there's one. There it is. So this is that Atala right there. See it? We'll see it as we walk past. Has that little red base, black black wings. Special sight to see.
Let me get out of here.
All right, you guys, let's get out of the sun. Let's go back to that tropical hardwood hammock, but check out that Atala on the way. That's the one we were talking about at the beginning of the tour. And feel free to come back and just sit in the butterfly garden, especially as the weather cools down. It's so nice to just come and sit here. I have a friend named Chip who comes and sits in the garden, and he's seen, I believe, 27 different species of butterflies move through this space. It's amazing how we can create this one tiny habitat. It really gives me a lot of hope for what we can do in our own little yards to provide habitat and life for the living world. All right, so now that's a ground cover. I believe it's related to purslane, but I think it's just intended to be covering the ground because they want to keep weeds at bay. What's up, Andy? I love your leaf. All right, goodbye, Monarch. We love you. Okay, so now we're going to be walking on the concrete in the sun. You're going to say, oh, this isn't fun. But I want to inspire you to walk with mindfulness. So feel your feet on the ground, breathe the fresh air, notice the cute dogs.